Hey guys, it's been a little over 5 weeks since the last basketball video, so here's my 5 week update. I got a lot of positive feedback from the first video. Lots of friends messaged me saying, "Hey, I watched your basketball video, and it's pretty cool." And other people were giving me feedback on what to improve on, and some people even telling me that they felt inspired to improve at something that they're working on. And you know what? I think that's super cool. I'm just a guy who makes videos for fun, so I'm glad other people can enjoy the things that I made. So thanks to everyone for your kind words. Now, a lot has happened these past 5 weeks actually, so let's get into my shot progression. So picking up where we last left off would be week 6, but real quick, something kind of funny happened that week. So I actually got called in for jury duty, and because I'm so impartial, I guess, I was selected as a juror. The trial ended up being only 1 week, so it wasn't too bad, but I wanted to make the most of my time. So I looked for a basketball hoop and eventually found one not too far from the courthouse on the second day of trial. Our lunch breaks were an hour and a half long, so I would eat lunch and then I would be able to shoot around for about 20 minutes or so each day. So yeah, here's that week. And I don't know if it's because I only played for 20-minute sessions at a time, but I just felt like I couldn't get into a groove this week. I couldn't really get a good hold on the ball, and it just felt like the ball would keep slipping left or right. And I think part of the reason for that is that I'm placing my left hand behind the ball rather than to the side. And it's funny, I think I got this technique because I saw a video on it, and it made me naturally use my left thumb a little, which I heard is not a terrible thing as long as you're not depending on that. But I think maybe this just isn't the technique for me. So sadly, we don't shoot very well this week, but I knew that was a possibility. Okay, so I don't have any film for week 7, so I'll just play some extra game footage while I tell you my story. So in this week, I had no jury duty, and I started a 2 week long vacation. So I ended up doing a bunch of things that were not basketball related, but I did get to spend one afternoon shooting uninterrupted for like an hour. And I don't know what it was, but within that hour, something just clicked. I was mostly just doing a bunch of shots right in front of the hoop, and then I started making those a bunch, which is not normal for me. And I increased the range to still keep my shots inside the key, but uh, eventually I started making all those, which again for me is like a huge improvement. And I didn't make any technique changes, but I just wanted to fix the issue where the ball felt really wobbly. And you can take my word for it or not, but I did my typical 5 and 5 benchmark test, and I ended up making 2 from mid range and then 1 from 3. So in week 8, I got some tips from a couple friends who watched my last video. Funny enough, one friend said that I still had a bit of a 2 motion shot, which, even looking at my week 6 film, I can see it a bit. And I also got another tip from a friend who told me that my set point was too low. It's a little hard to see, especially at this angle, but that's what I was trying to adjust this week. Aside from that, in this week I started to be more mindful about how my shots felt. And by that I mean feeling if I let the ball go too strong or too weak, and seeing if the results lined up. And I actually think that helped a lot. Alright, so in week 9 I made one change, but it's a pretty big one I think. So I looked up what the ideal arc was and saw that we should be aiming for the ball to enter the rim at about a 45-degree angle. And to achieve this, I should start shooting with my elbow above my eye. And I would say my shot was pretty flat before this week, so it just felt really weird to be shooting so high. Funny enough, I don't think my accuracy suffered too much. I guess that's just one of the wonders of our brains, that it can calculate really quickly and adjust for a change like this. I definitely airballed more, but I think my accuracy stayed relatively the same. And finally, week 10. So this was more of a change nothing week. I'm still working on getting used to this higher arc, but it's coming along nicely if I do say so myself. People are starting to guard me a little closer since I'm making my shots a little more. So I guess my change for this week is that I'm trying to shoot a little faster. Oh, and we got kicked out of the gym, so I had to record these 3 pointers on a different day. But yeah, the shots are coming together. I still have a long way to go, but I think I'm at a point where it'd be good to work on other skills now. I think starting with relearning how to do layups So who knows? Maybe the next video will be a layup video. Thanks for watching again. Here's another baby video as a reward for sticking through to the end.